This is the KBIS series, recorded live from the KBIS podcast studio. The kitchen may be the heart of the home, but specifiers are the pulse of the profession. These are the inside stories, the decisions, strategies, and intelligence that turn ideas into incredible design. Luxury appliances are no longer defined by visibility. They're defined by intentional invisibility, if you will, precision performance, and seamless integration. At KBIS this year, SKS reveals how thoughtful innovation, AI integration, and designer collaboration are reshaping the kitchen into a quieter, smarter, more intuitive environment. This is the emergence of a new user. And it's not totally new because you heard about this actually a year ago. It's the Technicurean. And you heard about it a year ago in my conversation from KBIS 2025 with John Russo. Russo and I got together again this year, and he explains how Signature Kitchen Suite is redefining luxury through purposeful technology, invisible induction, behavioral AI, and collaborative product development. The future kitchen doesn't demand attention. It anticipates need, enhances experience, and disappears into the architecture. At the Kitchen and Bath Industry Show, innovation isn't simply introduced. It's tested, challenged, and refined in real time. For Signature Kitchen Suite, KBIS functions as a live laboratory where designers, builders, and specifiers provide critical feedback that directly shapes future product development. John Russo shares how SKS approaches innovation deliberately, prioritizing purposeful performance over novelty. From invisible induction cooktops integrated beneath countertops, this is so cool, to AI-powered refrigeration that anticipates user behavior. The goal is not to showcase technology per se, but to integrate it so it seamlessly, it enhances daily life without disrupting it. And that, I would argue, is a purposeful use toward luxury. And the word luxury, that's a use statement. That's what defines it. This conversation explores the rise of the Technicurean. And we cover a lot of categories. We talk about quiet luxury, the new definition of premium. We talk about invisible induction and architectural integration, the rise of the Technicurean consumer, purposeful AI, technology that anticipates behavior, precision and performance as the foundation of luxury, collaborative design as a product development strategy, full home automation and the appliance ecosystem, the invisible kitchen, how quiet luxury and behavioral technology are redefining appliance design. We talk about so much, and I think you're going to absolutely love it all in this conversation from the KBIS podcast studio, presented by AJ Madison. I don't know how else to describe it. It's one of those things where it's like KBIS after 3 days is like running a marathon.
Yep.
It really is. It's you're walking 4 or 5 miles a day. You're talking to dozens and dozens of people. Your brain is working overtime. Is it the same for you?
Same thing, yeah. You're constantly moving, constantly talking to people, and just like engaging and trying to talk about different concepts all day long for 3 days.
Right?
Normally, we don't do that normally.
No, you don't. And it's special. And do you find that it kind of iron sharpens iron?
Yeah.
Right? And being at an event like this, I have said this before. Those who are listening to the podcast are probably sick of me saying this, but I believe KBIS to be the essential kitchen and bath show, the essential event where designers and architects, specifiers really need to come every year. This is not a show that you can skip.
Mm-hmm. You need to be here. You really do.
Because every year you're getting something different, but it's not just what you see, it's not just what you learn, but it's also a training ground.
Yep.
Do you find that you use KBIS as an opportunity to test new theory?
Definitely, 100%. I mean, when you think of like designers are the forefront of the luxury kitchen industry. So luxury with designers, like they know what's happening in the market, they know what's going on. You collaborate with them and you learn what the new trends are, what people are asking for, and then you're able to create product that like hit those innovation points or those design points that are needed in the market. So this is really like an important spot to be. You have to be here if you're in the industry, I think.
But sort of leaping onto what you just said, you also get to hear, you get real-time product review. You get to hear how people are using your product, what's working, and hopefully everything's working great, but I don't know a single industry or a single product where everything works all the time.
Yep, you need to test things out and you ask questions, and that's where you can poll designers, builders, what's working in the market, what are people asking for, what are they looking for?
Yeah, and to get feedback too. I think we talked about you and I were here a year. Well, we were in Vegas, but we were in this very same podcast studio last year at this time, having a conversation similar to this one. This one is a little different today. I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to catching up with you. This is so
There's
great.
a lot to talk about.
So what is the difference between the show last year and the show this year? What are you seeing? What are you talking about that's different than last year at this time?
So we have some new products we launched as a brand, but we're also showing some new innovations that we're bringing to the market in the future. And that's, like you said, like some concepts that we want to see if they're going to be a future product or if they're going to be something that's going to be coming out. One of them was the invisible induction. So we have an invisible induction that's under a countertop and a downdraft that sinks into the countertop and is invisible because it all has countertop tops on it. It's unbelievable.
Can I ask you a very basic question that's probably, you probably answered this a dozen times or more. How do you find it?
What, the
element.
The element's underneath the countertop.
I know, so where do you put the pan?
They have a light. There's light beams that come out of the cooktop. So when you turn, it's a dot. There's 3 dots. Let's say there's 3 elements. You have 3 dots on the countertop. There's a light that pops on when you turn the knob on, and that's where you put the pot on top. And when that's
so cool.
When that's off, you won't even know where those dots are unless you turn it on. Then all of a sudden you see a dot pop up.
That is so cool.
Really cool.
And seamless.
So you would not know. You'd just see 3 knobs in the front on the cabinets in front. But then you'd see those dots. You put the pan on top. But then we incorporated technology into that. We added the ability to have timers. So not only do we have the ability to have induction there, but we wanted to put more innovation and technology to that. So now we have timers built in to those knobs that control those burners, which is great.
That is so awesome. I think I told you last year when we were talking that I was a new convert to induction, and so now it's been a year later. I've been using it. It's a game changer. Absolute game changer.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure when I got it. You had to get used to it. Once I've gotten used to it, it's just been amazing. And now the fact that you can make it seamless and invisible.
Yep.
That is so cool.
It's cool. It's really a prototype. It's a future product. It's our launch into the future of quiet luxury, and where the consumers are looking to go in the future, where we're seeing trends go with design. So it really matches into what's needed in the market. That's really why we came out with that.
And the places, well, we can get into that. That's just so cool.
And it's a concept car too. Right now, it's a concept that we're building out. It's just the beginning of the concept. So we're showing it to designers and architects, builders, and asking them, what do you like about it? What do you not like about it? What do you think of the limitations to this? So we're going to create what's needed in the market in that way. So it's really a cool thing. And it also actually it was a finalist for the KBIS Best in Show this year.
Congratulations.
Which is cool. Yeah, it's a finalist for it.
By the way, before I forget, I just want to throw this in there now. Yeah. I absolutely love that you are coming with concepts. All too often, there's a way to certainly play a show safe. Just bring out the winners, roll out the hits, like a band, right?
Yep.
Play the hits, everyone's going to be
That's
happy.
it.
But sometimes you got to try new things. You got to explore. And doing it just in the lab, you don't always get that peer-to-peer instant reaction.
Yes. And you're able to bring people from the headquarters, global headquarters, to be here that are working on the product to talk to a designer. That's like unbelievable, valuable information that we can use for our products.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really cool.
Talk to me about last year. We had, and by the way, I cannot tell you how special this is for me because I don't often get a chance to have a part two of a conversation that we started a year ago.
Yeah.
And to put it in context and in time is just, it's a really special thing. Talk to me about the Technicurean and the Technicurean persona and the evolution of that persona over a year.
So the Technicurean is really it's really a consumer that is interested in technology, obviously because of tech in the beginning of the word, but then also the Epicurean. And an Epicurean is that consumer and that person that loves luxury tastes, loves like delicious wine, loves amazing experiences, beautiful landscapes, loves art. That's the Epicurean. So you put the Technicurean together, someone who loves technology and loves luxury, put that together, that becomes a Technicurean. And that consumer is really grown in the last year because the younger generation is actually getting older now. And the younger generations are more into technology. As you get younger and younger, the technology is booming at younger ages now. So those younger adults are now getting older and older, and they're buying homes now. They're getting involved with kitchens. They're getting involved with design. And now the Technicurean's growing in the market. So we're seeing like more and more technology-focused Technicureans in the market than we did last year.
And what I love about what you guys are doing is, you know what? I totally goofed up. I totally forgot. Do me a favor, John.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself. I do that all the time, too, and I find myself getting into the conversation like, wait a minute. Those who are listening, my apologies.
We jumped right in.
That's my bad. John, introduce yourself.
So my name is John Russo. I'm National Training Manager for SKS Appliances. And we're the luxury brand of LG Electronics.
Thank you. And what I was going to say is, what I love about what you're doing at SKS, and I mean this in all seriousness, I think that as technology has been rolling out faster and faster, there has been so much creep and slop that's been put out there, especially with AI, right? You just get so much like, oh, this is so new, you got to get it. This is so new, you got to get it. This is so new, you got to get it. What you guys have done at SKS is you take this thoughtful approach to technology. And we talked about this a little bit last year, but in getting ready for the show this year, we had a chance to chat a little bit.
Yep.
It's taking a purposeful and intentful approach. The intent, the meaning behind it. It's not just, hey, it's new, so you're going to love it. Yeah, it's new, and we built it so that you could ... And that speaks to the Technicurean. So it's not technology for technology's sake. It's technology that was created and imbued. It's in the ethos of the product to make life better. And we talked a lot about quiet luxury. That's part of the ethos too. Talk to me about the way you feel about quiet luxury.
So quiet luxury is really like the idea of not only having luxury, but also having this incredible performance underneath that luxury. Not just having incredible product that looks amazing, that's luxury, but also backing it up with performance and incredible innovation and features. But being subtle about that. Because you don't need to, you don't need to be robust with appearance sometimes. Sometimes you just want to have great performance and have, I don't know, a refrigerator installed in the wall with cabinetry. You don't need to show off that bright stainless steel with tubular handles. You just don't need that. We offer 3 different types of appearances in that way. So we do have like the professional consumer that we cater to with with Pro stainless steel with tubular handles. Then we have the Transitional series, which has a linear handle and a satin stainless steel, which is a little quieter. But then we have that Quiet Luxury, which is that panel-ready, integrated, where it's all hidden into the kitchen. And that's where that invisible induction, the future product, would step into that. But it's also the idea that having luxury and having it legitimately quiet also, because our refrigeration is like 38, 39 decibels. So it's kind of like the other side of the play on words, I guess you could say, like the real legitimate play on words, and having our dishwashers be super quiet also, and how everything operates is super quiet. So not only in the way product operates, but also in the appearance and the built-in condition of the product too, giving it quiet luxury.
Well, and what's fascinating to me about this is you take from HBO's Succession, which kind of begat the whole quiet luxury idea, which is not what we're talking about here. It's taken on, the company, SKS, has taken that idea and rethought it. And in the rethink, there's actual, like if you talk to people and say, what does luxury mean to you? Many people will say, it's quiet, and it's timeless, and it's subtle, and it's in the background, but it's always there for me to elevate life, right? And that is kind of how the new definition in the SKS lexicon features quiet luxury. I just think that's really cool.
It's incredible.
And it sounds purposeful. It sounds like it was done intently and not quickly over time. These are not new ideas within the company.
No, I mean, when you think of LG as a technology company, LG Electronics has made AI in the past. Like we've had AI. We have the ThinQ app that has AI built into it that can where you can not only control your product through the ThinQ app, but you can care for it and get smart diagnosis, and you can also customize your product. So that's like 3 aspects of luxury that we could talk about. We'll be here all day if we talked about each one of those.
Last conversation of the show, John.
I know.
We got 3 hours.
We can keep going. But it's really incredible to see how, you turn on CNBC in the morning and you see AI all over the place. AI has grown. The whole idea of AI has grown and grown and grown. And we've been doing this already for a few years already with the ThinQ app. And that's in all of our product. And that gives another aspect of the quiet luxury. Because when picture someone sitting in their living room with their family, and they're watching their oven on their phone, on the inside of the oven, and watching their turkey or chicken cook in the oven, and they're relaxing with their family. That's like quiet luxury because they're relaxing and enjoying their time.
Do you know what's funny?
It's incredible.
Do you know what's funny? When you said that, the first thing that came to mind is, you know how they do the Yule log? That instead of the Yule log, you put the turkey above the fireplace so that everyone gets to... Oh, you could torture everyone. It would be so marvelous, wouldn't it? But and again, you talk about luxury and the meaning of luxury. The fact that you can have access to the turkey, which everyone, if you're making the turkey, you're afraid it's gonna get dry. Have the ability to sit with family and engage in another room of the house and still keep an eye on what's important at the moment.
That's AI. That's quiet luxury right there in action. But it's interesting because the idea of quiet luxury, we're talking about it with kitchen design, we're talking about with performance of the product, and now we're talking about it in the actions of actually being that person that owns the product at home and working with the product, which is pretty cool.
When you're out training and you're out talking to specifiers, in the past year, as you're rolling out the advancement of the Technicurean and all of these new advancements in product and tech, what has the response been?
It's been pretty amazing because there are some features are mind-blowing. So people they just don't think it exists in the market. And then when you actually bring it up, they're just kind of blown away by it.
Do any come to mind?
One thing would be Probably we have Induction Pro Range, the new Induction Pro Range 36-inch model that just was launched. It's got a 7,000 watt, 11-inch center burner element. It's the largest one in the industry. It's the highest power one that's in the industry in a center burner. 7,000 watts, and you put a quart of water on it, and it boils in under a minute. So I have a gas stove at home, a gas range at home, and when I put a pot on there and I put water in it, I'm making pasta. It takes a long time to boil.
Go mow the lawn. Go mow the lawn. Come back.
Come back. But it boils in under a minute for pasta, a quart of water. So it's unbelievable. So when you tell people that, or you show them that in the showroom, they're mind blown. And that gourmet AI technology with the camera in our wall ovens, when you shut the door and the gourmet AI determines what's in the oven and sets the control panel automatically for you. It's another thing. It's just mind blowing. It's just incredible.
That's amazing. And I think it's interesting too, because when talking to specifiers, I've seen what you guys do, and the training sort of goes from design is always there. Design is always at the fore, right? It's got to look great because that's what clients are asking for. But the functionality and the performative value and the performative nature of what the products do, I've seen it get more and more popular, and I'm sure you have too.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible. It's just you're seeing a lot of innovation, a lot of things. Like once you think that the industry has done it all, there continuously becomes more innovations and more technologies coming out. Like once you think that, like, hey, we've gotten it, like we're good. Like even at KBIS, like you go to all the booths last year, you're like, all right, we've done everything, man. I've seen everything at the booth that I want to see. I've seen unbelievable technologies and faucets and baths and sinks and appliances. And like, I think we did it all. Like there's no more left. There's no innovation left. And then all of a sudden you come this year and it's like invisible induction. Like, wow, we have a 36-inch column refrigerators now that make grand craft ice, like our new 36-inch column refrigerators.
Stop it.
They make grand craft ice. Like you usually have to put those in a mold and
Yes.
wait like a week to get the right like clearness of it by putting water in and boiling water, put it in there.
Yeah.
Now you can get clear craft ice in grand size, large size, in the freezer.
And
unreal.
By the way, did you ever think that ice would become the thing that it is today?
No.
Everyone, I mean, you have people who are. I like barrel. I like nugget. I mean,
It's incredible.
everyone's got an ice preference.
Yep.
I haven't seen this since water.
It's incredible.
Right? When Perrier and you got your choice of water, and then it was like sparkling or flat.
Yeah.
You know, that was a thing. What was that? 90s maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
But I haven't seen that kind of thing since that. The ice thing is just amazing. I love
incredible.
that. Do you engage at all with the engineering team?
A little bit. Yeah, I work with the product planning director. We work a lot because I'm the training manager. So we work on the messaging of the new product, and when something's coming down in the future, we work on the presentations and get all the data together on the new products that are coming out.
I'm just curious if you get a chance to really engage in the mentality and methodology of how they look at accomplishing the issues. And I bring this up because I think it's critical. When you talk about AI and you talk about technology, and we've talked about it just a few minutes ago between, that there's so much out there. It's not all delivered with intent. It's not all thought through. It's like, okay, we got to just get it out because that's what everyone's talking about. Mm-hmm. But that's not what you guys do.
No.
Your team is thinking about it based on feedback you get. They're experimenting. The R&D team is working on this. And then you roll it out into a product like this that actually delivers on the set purpose and intent. And I'm just curious if you have had the chance and the opportunity to sit with the engineering team and see how that process works.
It's a careful process. Like you can almost see it with this invisible induction concept. Like that's probably 2 or 3 years out, maybe even 4 years, because they want to get it right. So they put it out as the concept car, get feedback, see what the yeses or nos are. How else could we make this product? I mean, don't forget, when you look at SKS being the luxury brand of LG Electronics, they've been making appliances since 1965, and they've been doing computing. We make computers, we make control boards, we do all of the innate LG core parts are ours. So our technology is very deep within our product. So since we own all the facets of our product, we're able to start from the beginning, from scratch, and build everything from the ground up. So we're able to make those changes. It's not like we're relying on different engineering companies to build computing for us. We do that ourselves. So we're able to really customize product in a certain way until we get to that point, and then we can mass produce.
Do you get any heads up on the go-to-market strategy? Because like you said, it's concept at this point. So you come to KBIS and you get initial reaction, which is awesome, right? And I'm going to sort of guess, and I would imagine next step would be in showrooms, where you maybe demo it out in some showrooms and get some hands-on, or do you bring specifiers to the factory to try it? What is the go-to-market over the next 3 years for a product like that? And I would imagine that this same go-to-market strategy is what led to all the products that are out now.
So we do. So we have. There's a few different stages, and to my knowledge, this is to my knowledge because I'm not on the product specific side in manufacturing, but the things that we do is we do certain things at KBIS and different trade shows. We'll show different product and do, that concept car idea. We'll do that. We also do surveys and meetings with our design collective team, and we work with them. We go from a design aspect, because SKS being luxury, you have to work with designers. It's important to be luxury with design also. And we talk to them about what features they like, what design they would want to see that in. We do surveys with different types of options. We let them choose certain options that they think would look better or work better for kitchen design. And then functionality too. We also have different surveys we send out to the field in a lot of different ways to capture data and get feedback on that. So it's a delicate process, because there's certain things that come out and you have to look at it and figure out, is this right, or should we change this door to be this size? A 48-inch French door, for instance. 48-inch French door, if you notice, our 4 drawers at the bottom line up with the cabinetry across the kitchen. And that was done on purpose, because we sent the pictures of what this would look like in different sizes and different dimensions to our design collective, had a big meeting, had a big concept talk with them, and they said, you have to make the 4 drawers at the bottom line up to cabinetry. And we did that, and that has been a huge design plus for us in the industry, just by asking a few questions and collaborating with designers and builders and architects on design. So that's kind of the stages from our standpoint that we kind of go through.
You are listening to the KBIS series presented by AJ Madison. We'll be right back. AJ Madison Pro is the industry's trusted appliance source for professionals who need fast, reliable access to top brands. Backed by nationwide shipping and a powerful logistics network, delivery is precise and dependable. With over 150 premium brands, including Sub-Zero, Wolf & Cove, Miele, Viking, Thermador, Gaggenau, and more, AJ Madison Pro is your single source for appliance specification. Qualified builders and architects can save up to 15% on luxury brands through exclusive trade programs, with registration handled for you. AJ Madison Pro, smarter appliance sourcing starts at ajmadison.com/pro. Shifting gears to something that everybody's talking about, and you talk about it every single day, is AI and gourmet AI, imbued and installed into the product. I feel like right now, people are dubious of AI, and like any new technology, slop and creep, right? Like any technology, there's always people who just want to push something out, but taking the technology arm of the LG, the technology arm of the company, and it's seeing how everything is done with purpose. How is that incorporated into the product?
So because we are a technology company and we've been doing AI already, we've had ThinQ for a while already. So that's been, people are pretty comfortable in the market with ThinQ with our dishwashers and laundry product in the past. But what we're doing with SKS is we're doing gourmet AI with cooking, with the camera, and with where you can take, you can, like we said before, you could watch the turkey cooking with the fireplace, burning with the family. But then we also have it with AI, AI in our refrigerators. We have AI Fresh in our refrigerators where the AI system will detect, this is really cool, you're gonna love this. The AI in refrigeration detects the timing when the consumer normally opens the refrigerator door. So like, let's say, think of your own behavior. In the morning, you wake up, 6 a.m., 5 a.m.?
Come on, John.
Are you an 8 a.m. guy?
6 a.m.
6 a.m. You go for a run or whatever?
Yeah.
So you wake up, you go into the kitchen you make some coffee, you go to grab milk. You open it up at 6:15. So now the AI Fresh will determine that that's the time that you normally open up the refrigerator in the morning. Now your produce and everything is in the same refrigerator. When you open it up, warm air goes in, cold air comes out. The produce is going to get affected with like a 5-degree swing. So what AI Fresh is going to do is lower the temperature like 5 to 10 minutes before you come in. And then when you open it up, it'll actually give away the temperature. And then when you shut the door, it'll be back at the same temperature again without having to do the work again. So you're maintaining freshness. Not only is it precise throughout the whole unit within 1 degree of the control panel, but AI Fresh is actually preserving your food much longer, and that's off of your own behavior, which is just like mind-boggling. It's so cool.
That is the tech you didn't know you needed.
It's so cool.
Right?
Yep.
What about on the heating with regard to menu functions and capabilities for cooking?
So for cooking, you can also get alerts when like the oven's done preheating or when it's done cooking, when your timer's up. So we have timer knobs on our ranges and pro range tops. So when that timer's up, it'll tell you.
And is it true that it can recognize 85 menu options?
Yeah, that's what the gourmet AI. So if I take like, I don't know, cauliflower and I put it on a tray and I put it in the oven and I shut the oven door, the camera is going to look at the cauliflower, determine that it's cauliflower, and then put on the control panel cauliflower, but then add like some other options in case you want to do some other types of cooking in there too. So it looks at what you're actually putting in there and does that. And you could view real-time view like we talked about before, but it'll send you a time-lapse video of whatever you cook that you can share with your friends and family on social media.
The time-lapse recap.
Yep.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yep.
Okay. I want to back up a second.
All right.
Because I wanted to ask you about this. And here's the other thing. This is technology you didn't know you needed. And the reason why you didn't know you needed it is because you never thought about this. And I'm talking to the consumers. Mm-hmm. And designers. I mean, look, everyone's there's such a strong desire to share content, lifestyle content on social media. And I think that we've gotten to the point in the social media life cycle where it is now permanently ingrained in our lives, regardless of what platform you're on. But we're always looking for things. This time-lapse recap is so great because you're showing the process of what you're making and the process to get there. Mm-hmm. And that, to me, that feels like I would watch that.
Yep.
I would watch that.
It's amazing because like it's a true story that comes back to the main point of SKS. One of our biggest taglines is when precision meets passion. And you can have precision all you want. You can have great performance in your product, but the passion of using that product and that that time when you're making grandma's cookie recipe, and then you could send her a time-lapse video of that cookie recipe on video. And you could say, hey, look, Grandma, I cooked your cookies. And there's a moment or a special moment that occurs, and there's a passion that happens there. That's what SKS is all about. It's not really, it's about the precision and the performance, but it's all about the experiences that consumers are going to experience while using our product. So it goes beyond the appliance itself in a big way.
You know what, it really does. And it's funny, just like a personal note. So both my kids are now out of the house. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I have found since the kids both left home is, and my wife and I talk about this all the time, like, are the kids eating well? And the answer is no, they're not always eating well, because they've got careers and they're doing their thing in school and whatever. The thing that we have found to get the kids hungrier and into it is, and I remember a few weeks ago, I made some acorn squash, and I sent it to both kids. And I got a reaction, the likes of which I really did not expect. I expected like the eye roll emoji. Yeah. But no, they were like, what is that? How did you do that? What's the recipe? How long did it take? And I was like, oh, I think I just got onto something. And when you said that, it got me thinking about this. It's like the ability to send that time lapse recap to the kids and say, hey, listen, here's something I made. And it took 30 minutes, and here's the recipe. And then they get to see it beginning, middle, and end in a recap form. And then they get it. It's like, you know what? I'm really hungry. I think I'm going to go try that. That makes my heart swell. Yep. Like, that makes me feel good.
Yep.
That's something that hits home, and it's immediate, and it has nothing to do with what I'm eating.
Yep.
But it all ties in together because the kitchen is the heart of the home, and it's all about family. And it's all about lifestyle and living well and living with purpose and living the way you want to live.
Yep. And it makes it special.
Yeah.
Super special.
Yeah.
And that's where the luxury comes in. That's the luxury of living with those types of products.
Yeah. And to back up a few more steps, and I think it's important to mention this, because when it comes to technology, ThinkQ is not new. And the fact that there is you guys have decided that you are the thought leaders on technology in the kitchen environment. Mm-hmm. You've made that, you've planted your flag there.
Yep.
And because of that, and now you can see the action steps that have been taken in that direction. What is the next, personal opinion, I'm curious what you think about this, the next phase of the Technicurean? Because I would imagine that generationally speaking, right, you don't want just one generation to be the Technicurean. You want to almost turn that into a lifestyle choice that's then passed down from generation to generation. I think if you can, as a parent, if I can teach my kids to cook, I've done something. Mm-hmm. If I can teach them to think differently about food and cooking and health and lifestyle, I've done something. Mm-hmm. And it feels to me like that's what the Technicurean ethos is all about.
Yep. The future is going to be a lot of automation, I think. This is my own opinion. I think that, right now we do have certain aspects of it where you can scan like let's say you buy a certain type of bread from the supermarket that's in a pre-made thing that you can scan the QR code on or something. And we can scan that into our system, into our ThinkQ, and it'll set the oven automatically for it. So you don't have to follow the instructions that are on the box at all. You could just scan the code on the box and then put it in the oven and press start, and it sets the temperature and the time already and does it for you.
Like the purchase code?
Yeah. So we have the ability to do that, which is unbelievable. And we're doing something else too that I found out, and I've been working for the company for a long time, but hope I don't get in trouble for saying this. But I learned about a year ago, I was like, wait a second. We have the ability to get recipes from the ThinQ app. You get a recipe from the ThinQ app, and it connects to a local grocery store, and you could pick the items and the ingredients you need, and it'll ship it to your home, and then you can make whatever that recipe is automatically. It's like, and it sets everything on the oven from whatever you ordered from that recipe. So it's all connected into this like ecosystem of like cooking your food. It's like the next level of like automation almost. So I think we're going to keep building into that, where maybe with induction or with like the stovetop, it does temperature or gets more precise in certain ways.
So eventually, like really close to
Just-
the Jetsons, where you can just
Like-
punch it into the wall and then ding,
It's done.
and it shows up.
Or you talk to it.
Yeah.
So one of our newest things we're coming out with is the LG Homey, which is it's a small device that you talk to, and it can start the oven, it could start certain things, turn on certain lights, it could set moods, turn on certain music. It does all that in the home. It's a home automation unit that we're coming out with. That one unit also, you could talk to it and say, turn the oven on to 350, and it turns the oven on to 350.
Will that operate the full suite of LG and SKS products?
Yeah.
It will.
Including the TV, including everything in your home, the air system,
So
the lighting.
I was going to ask you,
everything.
what about third party?
It would connect to that also.
Wow.
There's certain third parties that it connects to. It's like it's insane what. So that all home automation is just the next level of what the Technicurean is going to be looking for.
And by the way, just to say, the integrator community, that's the one thing that they've been complaining about for years, is that you couldn't get one product to work cross-platform and handle all the UI for everything.
Mm-hmm. Because we make everything. That's the thing. Like, LG has so much product that it makes. Not only can you connect that to all the LG product, but the SKS product in your kitchen too. So full home automation is like the next level of what they're working on, and that's going to be powered through AI also, which is incredible.
And that speaks to user experience.
So picture getting home, opening the door hears your voice, opens the front door for you because it recognizes your voice. You walk into the home and you say, turn on the light in the living room. All of a sudden, bing, turns on, put on this music, turn on the fireplace, set the oven to 350. You don't have to do it. You're not doing anything. You're just walking into your home and talking.
It's so great.
It's just unbelievable. So that's going to really be, from answering your question, I know it was a long-winded answer, but I think that the next level is home automation and even more precision with cooking to exact degree on stovetop and range top is going to be probably the next level of it.
And what's exciting too is next level application. Some of the ideas that we've been talking about here at KBIS over the past 3 days is this idea of and meaning of kitchen. It's been a while since the kitchen was defined, and we talked about this last year, but it's been a while since the kitchen has been defined as 3 appliances on a triangle. Mm-hmm. It's been a while. And as we keep advancing, and again, that's why KBIS is an absolutely essential show that you have to go to every single year, this idea that you've got your main kitchen, your kitchen for show, your dirty kitchen, your working kitchen, your scullery, your butler's pantry, your wine bar, your coffee bar. I was telling the story about a designer whose clients loved soda so much that they installed a soda jerk and a whole soda bar in the house, which had like 5 taps, and they could install different, those little kegs of soda so they could mix and match and custom soda just because they loved it that much. Just incredible. But you've also got this idea of taking certain hospitality ideas, ensuite kitchenettes, warming drawers, cooling refrigeration drawers in bathrooms for towels and makeup. But you've got these in ensuite kitchenettes where you can put a coffee machine, refrigeration, whatever it is that is meaningful to you, those appliances can now be installed en suite. You've got multi-generational living. Mm-hmm. where you can have the basement, because the kids moved back home. We've got multi-generational and aging in place. So as as adults age and get older, then they're moving from the second floor to the first floor into what was the guest room, which is now retrofitted with an ensuite kitchenette. It goes to what you're talking about in this purposeful living. And it means that you can live in the lifestyle upon which you become accustomed, because the appliance companies, the industry, is starting to design around you, as opposed to what it was for generations before that, where you had to live according to how the appliances were being created.
Mm-hmm. It's like, this is all we got. It's for the kitchen. That's how it used to be. It used to be just, here's a refrigerator, a stove, a range, or a dishwasher, ventilation. That's it. Now it's like the options are unbelievable. The amount of different install options you have available. So even we have dual convertible refrigeration drawers that you can convert into a pantry, a freezer, a refrigerator. You could put those anywhere in the home. Some people have put it in their bedrooms. They put it in their bedroom. Why not?
Well,
put a couple of drinks there. Have some water in there, or
And again, something that you had said a little while ago, where when you talk about the many meanings of luxury. Look, I'm not a designer, I'm not a specifier, and I could be totally wrong about this, but I do believe, based on conversations I've had with designers and specifiers, that one of the reasons in the past that refrigeration was not put into an ensuite, into an area where people are sleeping, is because of the noise. Mm-hmm. And the noise has now been addressed to the point where that's not an issue anymore.
Yep. Yeah, we have, our refrigeration is all of our refrigeration is 38, 39 decibels, which you don't even hear. And that's to the point where it's at the most ramp up that it's going to get to. So if you open up the refrigerator and you pack it with groceries and you just got back from the grocery store, it's going to ramp up, obviously, to speed up the cooling process. Once you shut that refrigerator, it goes back to a constant level and a constant airflow. You will not hear it because it's not ramping up. It's just holding temperature consistent.
Something that we didn't talk about yet that I definitely wanted to, before I let you go, I want to talk about the experience in design centers, and I want to talk about True to Food.
Great.
That's all. I just want to talk about them. No,
first. Do we have another hour?
Right? No. Let's start with the experience in design centers. Napa, New Jersey, and the newly opened Chicago Mart.
Yep.
Tell me about this. Tell me about the purpose and programming.
So our Napa facility, you want to go through each one of them?
However you want to tell me about them, because I think it's really interesting, and yeah. I think specifiers should know about them.
Yeah, so it's really, these are our three major showrooms throughout the country. Napa, California is like a Napa experience. So we bring designers, builders, architects, retail salespeople. We bring them out there, and they come into our facility, and it has all of our product there live for cooking purposes. So they could experience all the product there at our Napa facility, and they cook on the product. We give you an apron. You cook on the product. You enjoy the product there. You get full training on all the parts of our product and all the product categories we have. And then you go out in Napa and enjoy Napa because you're in Napa. So you get the finest wine and incredible, culinary experiences out there too. So that's Napa. We have Chef Nick is out in Napa. He's great. Chef Nick Ritchie. Chicago. Well, I'll talk about New Jersey first. So New Jersey showroom is in our North American headquarters. And the North American headquarters is over Canada, Mexico, and the US. So it is the spot. And it's really more LG focused because it is the LG national headquarters, North American headquarters. So you'll see a lot of like the LG corporate type of showrooms that we have there, but then we also have the Skyline showroom, the Skyline SKS showroom there that has all of our product in it, and we show you and we give like a chef's demo there. They could see the product live there. But it's more of a full umbrella story of learning the whole history of LG, which is incredible history. We could talk another podcast on that because it's such a cool, incredible, innovative story. Like the LG story, I want to almost do a movie on it. It's so cool. Like I researched it because I'm national training manager, so it's important to know.
Probably a good idea for you to know
it's
about
good
that.
for me to know. So I know, and no one told me to do that either. I did that on my own. But I researched it and I looked up all the info on it, and it's such.
What are the key points?
So LG as a company started 1947. I'll just give you a small thing.
Yeah.
And it was the way beginning of the company, and there was someone named Koo Inouye in Korea, South Korea, and started a cosmetics company. So started as a cosmetics company, and they made a cream called Lucky Cream. And this is a cool story because I'll tell you where it goes. You'll understand why I'm telling you this now. It's pretty cool. So what happened was they had a cream called Lucky Cream, and it was the first mass-produced cream coming from Korea, facial cosmetics cream. And what happened was the lids were metal lids. So people were complaining because the lids were rusting on these Lucky Cream caps. So he stopped production, and he said that if 1 out of the 99 are defective, then all of them are defective. And he stopped production on it. Most companies would keep producing stuff and like, let's just sell it out and get rid of it. He was like, no. So the quality story for the product began there, where he was like, this is how we're going to work this company. And if 1 is defective, then all 99 are defective, and we need to figure out and fix what's wrong. And then we can go back into business. So he stopped. And what he did was he started a plastics manufacturing plant, and he started making plastic caps for him instead to fix the problem. But then that plastic manufacturer's plant started making combs and toothbrushes and expanded the line even further and innovated into this big conglomerate of technology today from that moment, which is incredible. So the years of innovation, going from those moments in the very beginning of quality and innovation, came all the way through. And he said, choose what others overlook and move ahead boldly. That was one of his quotes from the beginning. And that's what we do as a brand now today. And that was all the way from 1947, which is pretty cool. So we're still, to this day, we're choosing what other brands overlook, and we're innovating and moving forward boldly and moving ahead, which is incredible. But that's isn't that a cool story?
That is a very cool
really
story.
Cool,
I love
man.
that. Well, listen, what I like about it is, and I think when we first started talking about it, it's like nothing's ever perfect. It's not what you do when there's a mistake. It's how you react to it.
Exactly.
And how you respond to it.
Exactly.
And I think that speaks to the philosophy and the ethos of the company too. And I think what kind of one of the takeaways from that is, and especially now in the age of AI, is what most people are afraid of in artificial intelligence is all the things that can go wrong. The personal information, all the horror stories that you hear, right? Terminator, like all the things that you hear that could possibly go wrong. And when you have a technology company that thinks about that in terms of like, if there's a mistake, if there's an error, we're going to stop and we're going to figure it out. And figuring it out first and addressing issues to make the product even better over time and more responsive, some might call that another form of luxury. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing how those ideas from the way beginning are still with us today, all those generations later. It's really cool.
It's amazing.
So I know that was a long path off, but the other showroom we're still on showrooms.
Oh, showrooms, yeah.
So the other showroom we have is our Chicago showroom that just launched in November.
In the Mart.
At the Mart in Chicago.
Yeah.
Which is an unbelievable building with incredible showrooms there. And we have this new showroom that has full media screens throughout the showroom and all of our SKS product on display there. And we're going to be using this showroom as a public showroom. So if anyone is in the Mart, they can go visit the SKS showroom, walk in, get a tour of the showroom. look at the beautiful SKS appliances in there that are displayed throughout. You could even go and set up a cooking demonstration with Chef Tom that is there at the showroom. Just an incredible experience, an incredible showroom. We won one award for it. We won Best Showroom from NKBA KBIS this year, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
We have a little award from that.
Yeah.
Like Best New Showroom. Just a amazing job. Piero Lissoni from Italy. He was the one that designed all the functionality of the showroom, and all the cabinetry and design was all through him. He did an incredible job. And it's just a great showroom to go visit. So I'm excited to go back. I always love going there.
Chicago, Napa, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So go see them if you happen to be in those markets. I loved it. John, I was so looking forward to catching up with you again this year, and this exceeded what I had hoped it would be. Thank you for doing this. Awesome. Thank you for coming back. I just love catching up with you.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity, man. When I knew KB was coming, and then you asked me to do this, I was like, I'm in. Let's do it. I can't wait.
I love it.
So this is so cool.
2027.
That's it, man. Let's do it.
See you next year.
Sounds good.
Well, I promised you a great conversation, and that's exactly what you got. Thank you to everyone who participated in the KBIS podcast studio this year, presented by AJ Madison. Marnie, thank you so much for helping me produce all of these episodes from the studio this year. Thank you, Leanne, and the whole team at Flying Camel for all of your help and support. Thank you, Emerald. Thank you, Rachel and Sean. Sean, thank you so much for all of your technical support. Just could not have possibly done it without you. Thank you, NKBA. And God, thank you, AJ Madison Pro. Thank you for sponsoring the KBIS podcast studio again this year. Just remarkable. And thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to this series. Thank you to everybody who came out and participated in one way or another at the KBIS podcast studio this year. It was so much fun, and I cannot wait to see you next year. Thanks again for listening. See you next time.